Become a Saint with Nico, Episode 3.
At this time, Philip frequented among other churches that of St. Mark, belonging to the Dominican friars, from whom he received the first germs of spirituality. Hence, afterwards, when he was at Rome, he used to say to some fathers of that order who were accustomed to go visit him, quote, "All the good I have ever had from my youth up, I owe to your fathers of St. Mark's at Florence," end quote. And he named in particular Father Zenobio de' Medici and Father Servanzio Mini in evidence of those virtues he used to relate to the following, amongst various other anecdotes. These two fathers had agreed together to hear each other's confessions every night before they went to matins, in order that they might say office with greater devotion. But the devil was envious of so much good, and one night, about 2 hours before the usual time, the devil knocked, at the cell of Father Zenobio, saying, "Up quickly, it is time." At these words, the good father woke and got up, and he went as usual into the church, where he found the devil under the form of Father Servanzio, walking up and down near the confessional. Believing it was really his companion, he knelt down to make his confession. The devil at the same time sat down as if to hear him, and at each fault which Father Zenobio named, he cried out, "That is nothing, that is nothing." At last the friar, adding a fault which seemed to him of a somewhat more grave character, the devil still said, "That is nothing." When Father Zenobio heard this form of speech, he bethought himself a little, and suspecting, not without reason, some diabolical illusion, he at once made the sign of the Holy Cross, saying, "Perhaps you are a devil from hell," at which words the evil spirit was confounded and immediately disappeared. Besides these two, with whom Philip was on terms of the greatest confidence and familiarity, he used to delight in hearing a famous preacher of those times called Father Balduino of the Order of Umiliati, to whose holiness the saint used to often bear witness, declaring that, by the prayer of that good servant of God, the city of Florence was much helped in the disturbances and troubles of 1527, when the Duke of Bourbon made his passage through Italy. One thing to note here for today's lesson, how to become saints, how to imitate St. Philip Neri, is the importance of gratitude. St. Philip Neri never forgot the importance, the impact of these priests, and how aware especially they were of this example, right? That the devil basically was saying that sin is no big deal, that sin is nothing, right? So these priests, they were aware, even though it looked like someone that, one of the priests, he went to confess to the other priest, right? It looked like the other priest that he usually confessed to. He was aware, right? He was always aware of whether the words that were coming, that he was hearing, were from God or maybe not from God. So let us always, to become saints, be aware of every little word that not only that we hear from others, but that we say coming from out of our mouth, right? And to tie that into yesterday's episode, are we refreshing others? Are we showing them the glory of God? Are we inspiring them to become holier? Or are we saying, that is nothing, like the devil said to that priest? Take courage and uplift others with your disposition, with your tone of voice, with your facial expressions, but at the same time show them that they're called to greater things with the joy of God.